biggest thing which I introspected, I learned was one thing. I was too high on ego. I was seen in my family as a person who can never go wrong in finance or money. I had made a mistake. We are in a blood. We need to cut the rod. So I had come at a point where I also wanted to sell off my house. But my mother once pointed out a very important and interesting point. Nirav, if I give you this chance of selling this house, people will start talking.
True.
So your credibility will go down. There is a egg and chicken story over here.
Whether to start a capital intensive business or whether to start a business where you don't have to invest your capital. And most of the people actually drain themselves in the how and their why is not yet clear.
Absolutely. Every day morning there is a ritual. I write down my affirmations with I am. So I'm daily saying to myself, I am learning, I am helping people, I am listening.
Welcome everyone. Today we have a special guest with us. His name is Nirav Shah. He's into life insurance, especially in a leadership model. So the purpose behind today's podcast is to see how to grow your business as an individual business owner and then growing your team till 50 people, what challenges come across the way and what kind of things you need to do differently to stand out from the crowd and grow to what you can grow potentially to. So welcome Nirav to our podcast today.
Thank you so much Rushik for this opportunity, and really appreciate that you got me over here, and very small in terms of business, but yeah, when you start from zero and reach certain point, appreciate that you are asking such questions, because this will again help me to go from 50 to the next level, because many things go wrong, many things go right. And when you talk like this, it helps that so what is else required now to go from 50 to 100 and maybe 100 and 1000. So thank you for the opportunity.
Absolutely. So let's start with your journey. So when did you started it, and what was the first top 3 challenges that you faced when you started up?
Okay, very nice. So I started myself as a life insurance advisor in 2019.
Okay.
Exclusively with Tata, and in that I was just searching out, figuring out my last business. I had a problem where I lost money, I lost people, and a lot of things happened due to processes not in place. So then I was looking at opportunities which had low capital. Okay. Because I want to generate revenue for my house and for my living, and first thing which I wanted and my family wanted was that we will not invest any capital.
Okay.
So then I was searching for an opportunity, and then one day I had gone to HDFC Life for my term plan renewal, and then there was a guy called as Manish Patel. He told me that there is an opportunity in insurance, and I never knew before that. Though in Bombay, when I was in corporate, I assisted my brother-in-law and done a lot of financial planning and sessions on that, but never ever did I knew that there is a potential to make a big business out of insurance and life insurance in general. Then I asked my partner, who was a previous business partner, and I asked him that Mr. Ishpal Singh Banga, so I'll always remember him in my blessings, and I told him how is life insurance, because he comes from a life insurance industry in corporate. He was a vice president with Tata AIG, the 2008 subprime which happened. He was a part of it, and he was in a strategic role.
Okay.
So I asked him, and he said, you are thinking about it? I have already started it. And I was like, you did not tell me that you have started something. Then I started, and he explained me, and then I took off. And a sudden switch came in COVID.
Okay.
So Tata is a model where you can start as an advisor, and then you can also become a leader once you have done substantial promotions and business, because then you know the know-hows of the system, processes and everything. And then COVID happened. So my senior called me one day and said, Nirav, you have to go to a leadership role. Okay, how does that happen? And he said, nothing, you just have to get 5 people to start with. You have to open a firm and you start. But I said, COVID is happening. They said, do you want to earn money or not? Yeah, obviously I have to run the show. So do it. I used to take his guidance. So now first challenge which came when I started is, it was a lockdown. So even the branches were closed, the people were not coming to branches, and there was no way how the operations will take place or how you execute your plan to become a leader.
Okay.
So literally I used to go out of my house every day,
Mhm.
though there was lockdown.
Okay.
So the first learning and the challenge which converted into opportunity was, yeah, there is a lockdown, there is a medical trauma around the society and the city and the place and the entire nation. But then how you convert into an opportunity? Because then your why was very clear. You have to get some X amount of money in the house.
Right.
And when that why is clear, you figure out the how.
Okay.
So the first challenge was there was a lockdown and still there is a solution to be brought.
Right. So very well said. So when you know the why, the how, we can figure it out.
Absolutely.
And most of the people actually drain themselves in the how, and their why is not yet clear.
Absolutely.
So great stuff. So you mentioned one very important thing, that when you are starting off a business, and this is for a lot of people who want to start their business, whether to start a capital intensive business or whether to start a business where you don't have to invest your capital. Again, not investing your capital would involve taking a loan from someone, either from a private person, from a family or friends, or through bank, or just don't invest into the capital.
Yeah.
So I think that's a fantastic way to start a business today in 2025, where you don't have to invest money into it. So please go ahead. So what made you
Very,
choose?
very interesting point you pointed out. So see, there is a egg and chicken story over here.
Mhm.
And you are into business yourself, Rushik. So I've learned certain things from you also over the period of time where we crossed our lives. So basically, when you are into a business, so you are in which cycle of the business and which life cycle of your stage of life, that determines what you have to do. So when you have a past business which was a failed business and there is a liability which has to be paid off, you don't get the credibility that you take someone else's money and then start another business, because that fear stops you.
True.
My fear was not there, but that the family is saying no. So my mother was one of the inspirational roles. So I had come at a point where I also wanted to sell off my house.
Oh.
The house which we were staying, it had a good amount which would come and it would set off all the liabilities, and we'll have still surplus money and we can go to a new house and then we can again restart again. But my mother once pointed out a very important and interesting point. Nirav, if I give you this chance of selling this house, you know what will happen around us? People will start talking.
True.
So your credibility will go down. That something big has happened in life. And then to get up again in another business, people will keep doubting you.
True.
So now in this scenario, what helped me the most was I opened up. I accepted that, okay, there is something which wrong has happened. So it took a while because your ego does not allow you that you can make mistake. I was seen in my family as a person who can never go wrong in finance or money. But then whatever be the reason in my ego, I came to a point saying I had made a mistake. We are in a blood. We need to cut the rod. So your rusted iron, you need to cut it. Otherwise, it will keep on killing you.
So before you explain further for the viewers, so this you're talking about a previous business before you started life insurance business.
Absolutely.
So we would love to hear that, because I feel that anything you do in business, either you make profit, and if you make a loss, it's not a loss, it's a learning.
Absolutely.
So every failure story teaches you something or the else.
Absolutely.
So we would love to first hear about that story then.
So very interesting. So I tell my family that failure is only a learning. It's not a failure.
Absolutely.
Either there is a success or there is a learning.
Absolutely.
There is nothing called as failure in life. But I understood that. But a financial loss of some good amount shakes the family, because they are always worried about what will happen the next day. There is a milkman coming, there is a maid coming, there are fees to be paid.
Right.
So instant gratification is where people get bounded by, and that is the daily routine which happens.
Correct.
So that failure, the story of that failure was linked to biggest thing which I introspected, I learned was one thing. I was too high on ego, saying that whatever I do is always right.
Okay.
So I had reached at that level of pinnacle of ego, because what happened previously in my corporate life, I'm an engineer MBA. So we come from humble background. So I'm a very hard worker. So to me, everything I want to do things so that the finance part is taken care at the house.
Okay.
So I always want to do everything right, step by step, and then I grew in corporate in 13 years.
Okay.
From a GET to I became deputy general manager.
Okay.
There are two aspects to that. the telecom industry was growing and I was growing.
Perfect.
So the growth was also because the industry was growing, but that never comes to your mind when you are young. You feel that
You're doing
you
good.
are doing good.
True.
I overpowers.
Right.
And when I left, so when I started this business along with my job, the biggest mistake which I did, I did not consult anyone.
Okay.
So I'm a very pro guy. I'm a bull guy. I always think things will be good, things will be high. So I'm on a very positive side of the half-filled bottle. I never look at the not full and what will happen if this goes wrong. I always, what if it goes well?
Okay.
So that was the biggest learning of the failure. You also to think that when you step into something, you have to think what if something goes wrong and what are the cons of this business, which I never studied.
Okay.
I am a very impulsive, emotional guy who just, if I feel, I just take the decision.
So it is always said we buy anything based on emotions and justify it with logic.
Exactly.
So, and you very well said that, and it's good that you were identified that it was an ego. Most of the people, especially people who have a high ego, will never, accept that it was their ego that was coming in between.
And it came so high that even anything you do in life, I was in a stage of, I would not listen, because see what happened. There is another story to that. 2008, my father lost his eye due to diabetes. So July is a event. My marriage happened.
Okay.
And just 4 years in the job, and became manager. And the entire marriage expense, me and my father took care. My brother went to US in August.
Okay.
December end, my father loses one eye due to diabetes. There is some problem in his eyes which happens. And my wife becomes pregnant. And I'm my final year of MBA in Nirma.
Okay.
And I am the manager of the idea in the operations.
Okay.
And people are below me. All above people have left. They want somewhere because good opportunities were in telecom. Now, in this 9 months of such turmoil, there were financial stress, there were professional stress, there was personal stress. There was one person who was kept going, always laughing, was my mother.
Okay.
So we used to cry also, and we used to say, okay, ho jayega.
So that happens to a lot of people. Life is never like a straight line.
Right.
It is like this. Even the straight line, the medical people keep on saying that it's not good.
Right.
So you mentioned about that you had problems on the personal end as well as on
everything.
The professional end. So how did you balance it? What did you do differently to get out of it?
Yeah. So one thing which has always helped me over a period of time is I am a very positive guy. So I keep reading. I like sports. I like watching motivational positive movies like the Dangals, the movies where the person overtakes the failure, comes out of it and achieves something. So I like victory.
Okay.
So I am a hardcore sports fan.
Heroic stories,
absolutely. Heroic stories.
But then I have heard that motivation is like it dies with time. You have to continuously keep yourself motivated.
Right.
So then how would you go about it then?
So
when you would have watched a movie, you would have gone, oh yes, I can do it, and then maybe if after a few days you feel like, oh, nothing is happening.
So the entire motivation comes from my mother.
Okay.
So she is the person who is there every day. You are watching her. It's been 35-40 years of her life. She was a BSc chemistry, a sports guy, very positive, very disciplined. She wanted to do something in life, but she came to Ahmedabad, sacrificed and did the marriage. She did not go to job. She ensured that me and my brother, we had a very good life, good food, everything good. So, and never ever cried, complaining, cribbing, always smiling. So she was such a source of inspiration every day. Today is also my biggest why is I want to ensure my mother gets the best of the life forever wherever she goes. So my why is very clear. It's my mother.
Okay.
And then is my family. So we come from humble backgrounds and I've seen what she has gone through in her life. So her life is a daily reflection that okay, get up, do your karma. And smilingly. Don't brag about it. Sometimes I do brag because it happens when you don't get encouragement within the family. There is no one to pat you. You seek encouragement outside.
Right.
So you speak and say, okay, Rushik bhai, aakar we are, please, thodu, give me a pat. But then that happens over a period of time. But my mother is the single. Yesterday also I was having a word with her. She's in US at my brother's place. And all the conversation happened, everything. And then the end point was, Nirav, how is this month going in the business?
So she is your boss.
So she is my virtual boss, keeping me always on track. Stay focused where you have to go. And then my wife, second is my wife. So she always, any expense I do, she's always a watchdog. Okay, Nirav, there is an expense. I feel irritated because I don't like people talking me about, as a man ego, someone telling you that you are doing expense, you are not earning or whatever is the reason, but it hurts. But then so my mother and so post that failure, second thing which was biggest learning was I did not have an accountability partner.
Mm-hmm. So that's what I was coming to. So you are blessed to have a family where your mom is keeping an eye on you and following up with you every day, and your wife as well.
Absolutely.
But what about people who don't have an active family? Like, there are many, I would say majority of the business owners where the family is least concerned what you are doing.
Absolutely. So
then how to go about it? What is the advice for them?
Exactly. So I have another senior and a co-partner now in my business who has the exactly same scenario which you are talking about. So the past business, I learned a very interesting concept. The business was very good. The previous business had two flaws. The money which was coming in the business was not in the right form. The transactions which were happening were not in the right form, first. And second, there was no regulation to the industry. So the company did not have a problem, the products were not a problem, the processes were not, the people who were there was not regulated when there is no framework. So I love framework oriented, constitutional, goal oriented, objective oriented companies. The objective and the purpose of the company was very good, but the framework, the regulatory framework of the governments and of the countries were not in place.
Okay.
So it did not assist the business to flourish. That business is still flat.
Okay.
So I just watched last 5 years, the business has not grown. It's just 5%, 6%, it's not grown.
Okay.
So the point where we don't have families, or you don't have, in that business I learned one thing. There is an amazing concept. When you enter that business, there is a welcome which happens. So you are welcomed into that business, and there was a format which was created by people who were ex-insurance, life insurance.
Okay.
The upline leaders and all those leaders who made those processes. So life insurance as an industry is highly regulated since ages.
Right.
So it's a very regulated industry, and the business is entirely run through people.
Right.
It's a people's business, life insurance.
Correct.
So there is a lot of money in the business. So there is madness in the business. You need to put a method to the madness.
Mm-hmm.
So the method to madness for such people who do not have families and you do not have an accountability partner, whosoever is your leader or one person where you can talk, there is a concept called as 108.
Okay.
So in that business we had a WhatsApp group. So if you are my upline leader and your upline leader, so there are 3 people involved, you are the one who are driving my business, my daily activities and execution. You are always keeping me track. Kitna sales hua, kya hua, and all that stuff. But the other one, who is the grandfather, that line of communication is where at the end of the night when you sleep, everything which has gone in your mind, you pen it down over there.
Okay.
So that way there is someone who can
Guide
you, you can vent out, because you want people to vent, you need to take it out.
Okay.
So there is one way of doing that, and in that it was very clearly written. Anything negative, up. Anything positive, down, across.
Okay.
But negative anything, either you talk up or you put it in that WhatsApp group.
Okay.
So that whenever that upline leader, the grandfather, is traveling in your market in that city, he will have a word, he will say it, if required, immediately next day video call, clarify, the doubt is gone.
Perfect. So
and it can be personal, professional, anything which is going in your mind. Because anything which is negative stops you from acting.
Absolutely. So we have seen this many times in our company, that if an employee, if a team member is not doing well at his home, he has some kind of emotional stuckness or problem at home, he's not able to perform well in the office.
Absolutely.
And whenever we see that, we have a mandate in our office to first console him one-to-one, find out what's going on in his family.
Very good.
And 99% of the time, it is something related to relationships and stuckness, which is majorly due to lack of communication between people.
So how do you console him?
So we do a one-to-one counseling session with
them. So it's one-to-one, right?
And we first understand what's going on. Some people open up, some people don't.
Oh.
But now they know that if they open up maybe someone else who has an experience, who is older than them, who has gone through that same situation again, can guide them well.
Right. Perfect.
So
Makes sense.
it's like if something is happening at their home, now people know that they have to open up and hit it on early on so that their performance in the office remains well. At the end of the day, we have to pay them salary based on what they are performing.
Absolutely. And overall, his growth also.
Absolutely. So it's all linked up.
It's all linked up. And yeah, you are right. So now, second, as you said that from 0 to 50 was the second challenge which came up. So second thing which now I introspect, and I went through few trainings. I had a Drona training from Tata, wonderful training. Yesterday I attended one training. We both were together there. It's very important to recruit right.
Correct.
So second challenge, which when you are in your initial days of your life and you want to, life insurance is a very low entry barrier business, low in capital, and 10th standard in India. So anyone who has just passed the 10th standard can be a advisor, exactly. So you know what quality you are getting inside.
But I guess there is some exam that needs to be.
Yeah, but that exam is also like very easy. You can crack. I have a 10th pass in my team also, but I have ensured and trained him.
Okay.
So the second challenge which came was so in life insurance as an industry, the entire setup is available with the brand. What you have to do is basically do sales.
Okay.
So you are into more of a sales of that product or service which is available with that company.
Okay.
Now, not everyone has a sales as a forte.
Right.
Their why would be clear that you want to earn money. There are ambitions. There are dreams. So what I have found out over a period of last 5 years, so I'm very small to share, but enough experience where now I'm filtering that it's not only that everyone will be a successful life insurance advisor, and not everyone will be a good consultant or a salesperson. So it's very important to do a check as to whether this person fits into this profile or not.
Okay.
So through you only I got to know about DMIT. So I am in the process of how I can implement in my team and ensure before someone is onboarded, at least do a little bit of quality check and a due diligence before I onboard that person. Because once onboarded, there is a time and energy linked to develop that person.
True.
But if he or she does not have that genes or the DNA, why would be clear? But if that is not their strength, if not in cricket, I like to call everything with cricket. If he's not a batsman or a bowler, and then I tell him, okay, go and open the batting, he or she will die. My time will go, and I could have invested that time or energy in someone else.
True.
So the second thing which I've learned.
But then there is a different point of view that I would want to share. So when you are recruiting as a life insurance agent under you, they are not your employees.
Absolutely not.
You're not paying them any salaries versus someone employing them when they are paying them salary. So when you pay them salary and put someone on full-time mode, even if they don't like to do, they do certain things.
Agree.
Whereas when you have people who are independent workers, where you have not direct control over them, where you're not paying them the salaries, they may or may not obey you.
Agree. Completely agree. So and that's this journey itself has taught me to be very patient, and I've mellowed down a lot, and still the journey is on. When you're in corporate, you are controlling 500 people. Controlling is the word I'm using, very very strong word, because you are the corporate.
You're a leader, but you're more of a manager.
Absolutely. And you have to get the things done because time is pressing, there is budget, there is timelines, and you don't want anyone just to say no. Even if there is no, you just say, okay, come meet, talk, and then it's like you can't waste time. So in this journey of entrepreneurship, I understood that India as a country was a entrepreneurial country. So everyone wants a freedom and freedom of time, thoughts. So when you onboard someone at 1,000 rupees and you expect that he or she, just because the model is good, product is good, they will fire like anything, it's not that way. They also have their likes, dislikes. They also have their say in the game. And another thing, I have passed 5 years in the journey, but they are just starting. So I need to understand that what I was 5 years ago. So I used to sit with my upline leader and talk till 3 o'clock in the night, explain me how this works, where is the money going, where is the money coming in, how are the commissions paid, how does company work, how is company profit. I used to go deep.
But not everyone would do that. Not everyone. Today, because everyone is like, they want convenience.
Yeah,
We
and
talked
fast.
about talking with someone at 3 at night. Today, even if you call your upline at 11 o'clock, they will be like, we'll talk about it tomorrow morning.
Yeah, so that's a learning from my upline leader, Mr. IPS Banga. He was himself a BSc agriculture. I call him Wikipedia. He has amazing knowledge on a lot of things. So one thing which I've learned great from him is, which I'm still on the path of journey and evolving myself, is listening, and that too empathetically. It's not just to listen and then okay go off. Listen, understand, and then respond and clarify that doubt or feedback which is given.
Absolutely. So that's, I think, the number one trait which a salesperson needs today.
Absolutely.
That you wait till the other person is speaking.
Absolutely.
And when someone goes for the sales call and he's motivated, he's like, I will speak, and he loses the battle. So I remember a story, I think it was for Walt Disney, where an insurance agent had come and they both were trained into sales, and they spent like few hours
6
hours before they spoke anything to each other, because each of them knew that whoever would speak first will lose the battle of negotiating it further.
Absolutely.
So I don't think today we have that kind of patience or even the time to wait for 6 long hours looking at each other.
Absolutely, man. 6 hours, 6 minutes, 6 seconds probably we can't
Exactly.
wait. 6 seconds and we just want to, I want to put my point forward. So very interesting point which you brought out. I think the way technology has evolved and way we all have been prone to this. I was just talking to a friend yesterday. Okay, if there is still a 2G network running in this era, the new generation will fed up because we can't wait even to do a buffering. So we were just joking around. I have a friend in Patiala and I just had a call with her. If someone is asking a garam roti in your house and if that is late by 2 minutes, whatever, plus 2 minutes, 2 seconds, and where is the roti? So the impatience level, we are also part of it. So that's a journey which we are going through. And then that brings to me third challenge which I had. So first was the capital, second was recruiting, right? And third thing which you said, the biggest challenge which I faced was, as a leader, when you are managing people, when people's life and their success is at stake, it's very important to grow first as a leader internally, spiritually, in a lot of angles. So I had a very interesting conversation around 7-8 days back with one of the leaders who is there 20 years in the system. He said, Nirav, I do not preach a single thing to my team member if I'm not practicing it.
So that's the trait of a leader: practice before you preach. And today a lot of people want to become managers where they don't understand that monkeys see, monkeys do.
Absolutely.
Whatever the leader is going to be doing, who is on top of you, people will unconsciously, subconsciously follow them.
And that applies in families, right? In our families also, our kids,
They
they grow. So whatever I do or my wife does, they catch it like my
whatever
daughter.
you will tell them they do, they will never do
it. Yeah.
But whatever they will see doing, automatically they will grab it.
And yesterday only it happened. So we have kept a timer for my daughter that you just have to see 30 minutes of mobile in a day. Now she has kept a timer, a buzzer, alarm. So 30 minutes were over, and then my wife just came out from the kitchen and told, okay, your timer is up, stop now, let's play or something. No, mother, mommy, you also did 1 hour yesterday.
See.
And I was just watching. I am just watching.
Then she loses the right to tell them now.
I kept quiet. I am on my mobile phone because my business is on mobile, so I can't speak also. She doesn't see me outside the house, but I am on continuous mobile. That's a different story. But so a real example just yesterday night at the house.
So we're talking about certain traits of people when you hire people.
Right.
So what are the top 3 traits? One, of course, you said was listening. What are the top 3 traits people should look for when they are hiring for their team members?
Very good. So first is very when the why is very clear. And I just learned a technique, 5 why technique. Recently I had learned but I had forgotten. I'll now try to reapply it again. So when the why is very clear in the mind of the person fires. So when the will is high, the skill is developed.
True.
Skill, he or she just needs to learn the skill. So life insurance as an industry, majority companies across have very super processes in skill development. They have very good training contents, and Tata is number one in that, one of the number ones. So but what I do additionally is that even if your wise or the will is very high, everyone doesn't like to follow a timetable or a discipline. I don't know why, because school it was forced upon, so we followed. But after we went into the entrepreneurship, I myself certain times do not follow a timetable. We just go with the flow. So then ensuring that person gets the right kind of training, because when you, as you said, when you sit together one to one in office, you are formally, the person is coming 10 hours with you, so you can observe, you can understand the productivity. Here I cannot, because he or she is a part-time to begin with this in this business. He or she is doing something, and along with this he starts this business. So then my biggest effort which I have put in building people is meeting them continuously once a week.
Okay, fantastic.
Either on a dinner, or going there at home, or calling to my office, or chai pe charcha. So the various ways you need to engage with people to understand what's their will and what's the skill which they want. And I have a system in place. Any new team member who joins me, first 90 days I will be doing the joint field sales calls with them.
Okay.
So first 90 days
you handhold them.
Even 120 days, if I understand there is some serious problem, first 3 to 6 months I handle him or her like anything.
Okay.
And ensure that they become successful, because they are investing their time, I am investing their, it should be a productive one. There should be a return on the time invested. So they grow not only financially, morally, spiritually, technically, financially. I try to see that I can add value in the time which they are investing with me in AJ Associates.
Perfect. So that's a very good trait, that you are spending at least, or you're meeting them once every week, which practically it's very difficult for someone to do that. So hats off to you about it. Now let's go further deep down on what are the other things that you've seen in people which is like a complete no-no, like certain traits of people, which maybe the top 3 traits maybe you can share based on your experience, which if is found is not good for them to hire.
Absolutely. So I learned over a period of time. My another third problem of previous failure of business was I trust people very easily. I'm like, okay, Rushik is a good guy, because I am a good guy, he's a good guy. I trust like immediately. It's like, okay, Rushik, take the order. Let's do the business. Let's start. So I'm an impatient guy. That's one of the SWOT which I have done for myself, but that's a strength sometimes. But I trust very easily.
Okay.
I don't have checks in place that, okay. But that business, that experience is now helping me over here. The trait which I found in 3-4 people where I have literally then told them, let's not do business. So first trait, when someone tells a lie.
Okay.
Because if by chance also you are saying a lie where there is no business transaction,
no point. Absolutely. The liars are not required.
When you go to the customer, and money is involved, hard-earned money of someone is involved, you are going to lie.
They will promise something and there is no delivery of it.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
And second thing, there is credibility at stake.
Absolutely.
Of the company, of all the entire hierarchy, all the stakeholders. Absolutely.
So people who lie should never be hired.
Absolutely.
Super. What is the next?
Second, this you don't find out easily if you don't have systems in place. But over a period of time, in life insurance as an industry is highly regulated. So there are checks in place in the system. So I had an advisor he got 3 notices from compliance.
Okay.
First notice, I can understand. Second notice, there is some serious problem. And third
Okay.
notice, the code is gone.
Okay.
So now, after doing that, I found out that it was not my direct advisor. So I have a leader beneath me also, and he also has an advisor. There is a L1 and L2 hierarchy which is there. So there are 5 now leaders with me.
Okay.
So I don't have direct control over what the business is done by that advisor. But there are good systems in place which keeps check in financial world, in the insurance specifically.
Okay.
So this guy had sourced a business from Ahmedabad in MP, some person.
Okay.
And the area over there was in negative pin code. So negative pin code is area where the frauds happen.
I see.
And then company does a post issuance verification call.
Okay.
So they send physical person to verify whether this person exists or not. And then they found few faults over there.
I see.
And when I got to know, because that compliance goes to all the leaders who are taking care of their advisor, exactly. And then I called him. Like, let's have and I know that guy. And I said, let's talk. Let's have a cup of tea. Then I asked him, how was the business? Then I understood he was buying business.
He was?
Buying business. Buying business in the sense that he's from a health insurance segment. He has someone who is placed over there, his friend. And whatever commission he gains, he passes on.
Okay.
And that guy is highly immature.
Okay.
So in insurance, life insurance specifically, you cannot take business from people who are liquor consuming regularly.
Okay.
Low profile guys. Because that's high risk, because company will have losses, immediate claims will make them into losses.
Okay.
So there is an underwriting guideline in place. So you cannot give policies beyond that underwriting guideline.
Okay.
And you break that underwriting guideline.
That was the problem
And that's so because life insurance as a business is a pure trust, because the company has recruited me and it's a trust.
Right.
So that trust breach was broken.
Okay.
So when you find this, again a lie. So I am very high and very particular on ethics part.
Okay.
So second trait which you always look at is you do a background check. Now there are portals available where you can do certain background checks. People are employed. You get feedbacks. You need to do that.
Okay.
So never take people who have a past history of breaking laws or doing unethical practices.
So then how easy it is to find out whether the person is a liar?
Not easy.
Not easy?
Not easy. So there are ways which I learned from you recently, but then to implement those at a cost initially is not feasible for me. Okay. But once you grow in the organization, you find out ways. So if you have any idea, you let me know, because I
so it's a very easy one. I've learned handwriting analysis, and if to check their O, we'll show it in the screen for the viewers, that if the O, you generally write a O like this.
Okay.
People who has a loop inside their O like this are born liars.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Thank you. So that's a benefit of...
So whenever, just have them write their basic information. So we do this in our pre-interview form. We let them fill out certain information on the form, even if it is present in their CV, because not everyone's CV is standard. Some resumes may have certain information, some may not have certain information which we want. Oh. So we have a very standard system. We just first, when they come in, we give them a pen and a paper with a pad and have them put in their basic information, their name, address, what education background they come from, what is their family background, because sometimes the family background also affect their work at place, because how they are being upbringed and what kind of family they belong to, we can at least ascertain 80% of the time how well they would be groomed at home. Because if they are not doing certain things well at home, they might be not doing it here in office.
Right.
So based on the traits, we figure out, this is a liar. And
so thank you. This is immediately implemented. I tell you, right, I love you.
It's a very easy thing to find it out. Now, that liar thing, sometimes it's good for someone, sometimes it's bad for someone, but in most cases it's for bad only. People lie for bad majority of the time.
So initially, because it's when you are in the starting phase of you want people inside.
Exactly. So
So
then
you don't do all this due diligence, and
Exactly.
because you are in the initial phase of business, come, and then over a period of time when you grow, you understand. Okay,
Then you start, okay, I should have not spent my time after this guy because this guy is not performing,
So-
or he's giving wrong commitments to your customers, and
Absolutely.
eventually things don't end up working well.
Need analysis is not in place, whatever. So you learn over a period of time, and that happens with every entrepreneur, I think. So only thing with this industry, life insurance particular, I don't have to look at the operations, marketing, technical support, because that company provides.
So there's another way to find it out.
Yeah,
So it's called neuro-linguistic programming,
NLP. Yeah,
NLP.
so I'm NLP 1 qualified.
So I've done 2 of the levels, and in which then the second level they taught us that based on the eye movements of the person, the other person can figure out whether you are lying or not.
Oh,
So if you see especially people in the US consulate where you go for an interview, for a visa interview,
is it?
today they don't ask any kind of paperwork.
Oh, purely on
They
the
just look at your face, they look at your eyes, and they are experts in NLP. Wherein on the screen I'll show you this figure. There's a 2 eyes over it. Whether the person is looking on top left, on top right, whether he's constructing the text on the fly, or whether it is coming from his memory.
that can
And
be
they
known.
can pick it up like this, and immediately they will, when if you are lying, they will immediately decline your visa application.
Because your mind is going to,
Your mind and the body is
Body is
connected.
connected, yeah,
So you would
so-
have seen someone who is very so let's say someone is demotivated, you always see him like this.
yeah,
The
shoulders
shoulders will
drop.
be down.
Yeah, that I
And when
know.
someone is in power, his shoulders will be like this up.
So I read a book called as Questions Are the Answers.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very interesting book on body language.
Hmm.
So that was, so my biggest learning, very good, I forgot this. The biggest learning of the last previous business was 5 books which they gave me.
Mm-hmm.
The first book was Parable of Pipeline. How to build your pipeline. Very interesting book. Second, Business School. The ESBI, the cash flow quadrant.
Mm-hmm.
The third was Copycat Marketing.
Okay.
Fourth was Questions Are the Answers. And the fifth was The Secret.
Hmm.
So I had done all the sessions of Secret.
Okay.
And I have practiced Secret manually. So, and when I went through this...
So can you share some experience of your manifestation?
Yeah, sure. So, when I was going through this phase, the another interesting thing which helped me was my upline leader, who's also my upline and previous upline also. His wife was doing Yog Pran Vidya,
Mm-hmm.
which is here situated in Ahmedabad, and a very nice course where you have to do level 7. I've done level 1 only. But in that, she had taught me forgiveness,
Mm-hmm.
practice. She had given me a lot of meditations. She used to do remote healing. And then in COVID, I did an interesting practice which I forgot to share with you is I practiced 21-day abundance challenge
Mm-hmm.
of Deepak Chopra. I did it thrice. So the entire practice audios are available. And that is where the entire manifestation. So what I am doing since I started business is every day morning there is a ritual. I write down my affirmations with I am.
Mm-hmm.
So I am is a very powerful word.
In present tense.
In present tense. So I have taught this to my kids also. And in my family, I still I'm coming out of it. When someone says no, I get very irritated. Na koi bole. So if there is a negative statement, I get very irritated.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't like people saying no or negative immediately. So because I personally feel it carries a lot of weightage in your mind. Your words will impact your lot of things. So it's not about objecting my opinion or view, but if someone says that I want to do this, if my daughter says I want to do this, and my mother or my wife or someone says no, tu na kari sake. When someone says you cannot do it, I don't like that feeling. I always feel you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. So
Absolutely.
that's how I train myself. I can do it. I am doing it. I am doing it. I am doing it. So today also in this journey which where we introspect, and so I am daily saying to myself, I am learning. I am helping people. I am listening. So I am on that journey. So yeah, this is how I practice. And daily night I have a habit. I write down everyone whom I have met in the entire day and say thank you. because he or she has taught me something. So that's a practice which I am doing since last almost 5 years.
Wonderful.
So that is helping me.
So let's go back to the business. So in business, what are those down moments? What are the top 3 down moments that you have come across in your recent business? And what did you do differently, or what did you do actually to overcome it?
Great. So the first down down thing which happened in this business. Since I started with 0, it has grown more than 15% every
So
time.
did you notice your voice just now?
Yeah.
What happened to your voice?
It went down.
It went down.
So
Why?
when someone says down, I don't feel
Because
good.
you were thinking about those moments where you
yeah,
were down.
Absolutely. So
That made the voice down.
down, exactly. So I started this business technically with 0, and every year it has grown 10%, 15%, 20%, 25%. That's what God's grace. Few down moments came in 2021. So first year you are always growing. After first year, suddenly there is a model in this business where your high producing distributors understand that where the money is coming from. So they come to you and say, okay, now I also want to become a leader. So when your high producer distributor goes and becomes a leader, your income drops.
Okay.
And there was an ego issue because there was only one high producing distributor in the COVID times.
Okay.
Because he also had a very strong why. He had to run the show like me. So then when this happened, I knew this would happen. So learning from the previous business, I immediately called my upline leader and said, we need to sit. So he flew from Bombay to Ahmedabad and we had a dinner together. And they explained me his story. And he told me, Nirav, the same happened with me. Because when there is only one monopolistic high distributor in you, he or she feels your home is running because of them. You need to create multiple. He said simple. So one thing which I lost track initially was when you get the income is start coming in, you are reaching, you are growing, you suddenly feel okay, the life you have arrived in life
is set.
Life is set. And then there is a wake up call. And they said in this business never stop recruiting. Never. Constant funnel. He explained me with an example like तूने एक ट्रेन पकड़ी है, you catch the train, you know what's your destination, you want to reach managing partner or the highest epitome of this business. Train, someone will come in, someone will get out. Your goal is clear. You don't have to stop at any destination. Your vision is clear, your thought is clear. You get people
may come and go.
Absolutely. And you will not be 100% sure. He said, Nirav, there is one thing which in me, I want everything perfect on day one, which never expect that.
So perfection is a myth. Progress is the key.
Absolutely. So he told me that, Nirav, it's okay. Keep on getting people. Your vision is clear, together we grow. Your vision is to help people grow. Your vision is clear that no one in this world should have financial problems ever in life, which you have gone through. Just help them.
Perfect.
And you have set a process, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, you will understand, because day one, I may not be able to understand you. But over a course of 3 to 6 months, you will be able to understand the behavior of the trade of the person. No?
True.
Then take a call to support or not to support.
True.
So that was the first learning, which was a fall.
Okay.
And then again I bounced back. Second important thing was when you bounce back again then you step to a second level of income. So again that complacency comes. So sometimes when there are good months, I am like the next
all sorted.
Yeah. So again the 2 months go dry and then again you have to bounce back. So then again I realized that okay, this is a never ending journey until you reach a critical number.
Okay.
And these are the 3 things only which are always, so these are 2 things, and third thing which is very important, do it silently.
Don't hustle.
Don't hustle, don't talk about it. There are so many people doing great things in the world. Your actions will speak. When you achieve sometimes and you bounce back from a failure, you want to show to the world, okay,
now I'm back.
I'm back. To get that pat, to again get that self-esteem sometimes. And it happens with everyone. It happens. It's a natural process.
Okay.
But good thing is always stay positive, do your karma, and do it silently also. Things can be done silently. Every time to talk about is not required. There are people who are much greater than us over the entire universe. So just learn from good people. And most important thing which I have never ever forgotten even in my tough times was every month I used to give something to the society.
Okay.
So it's not always money. Whatever I had, be it
Mm-hmm.
positive thoughts, be it helping someone, be it donating blood, be it helping people in COVID to get free oxygen cylinders, whatever way I can help in a positive way,
Mm-hmm.
help. If you can't, stay mom. At least don't spoil that game. But wherever you go, one thing which my mother father has taught me is help positively, contribute positively in whichever form. It's not always money.
Okay.
So that is, I think that has always helped, and that's always the vision. That's the DNA in the family, that give
So it's
selflessly.
givers gain always.
Yeah. So that is blessing from the lineage.
Okay. So let's talk about something where you have achieved a lot of things in business. What to do at that time and what not to do at that time.
So
When you achieve success in anything, what not to do and what to do.
so first thing, what not to do, which I've learned over past 5 years, is be complacent
Mm-hmm.
and sit down. Right? Because then again your 3-4 months go off, and time flies. So again catching back becomes a problem. So
Okay.
never be complacent and have the next goal ready. So I just attended a ZI leadership program which is 0 to infinity, and the guy was a very nice trainer from corporate, and he said, Nirav, it happens with everyone. Anything you do, always remember that the last thing coming out of that situation is what next.
Absolutely. So it's like once you achieve a $1 million revenues, you feel like you have done it all.
Absolutely.
And then you don't do what you were supposed to do to reach to the next goal of $10 million.
Absolutely.
So, and this is a notion for a lot of people. Goals keep on changing.
Right.
When we start off, we have a set a goal, and then once we achieve it, we are like, we're sorted, we've completed it. But no, it's not like that. Then you would have another goal.
Absolutely.
Then you have to work towards that goal, and then you have another goal.
Second thing, which when you, so 5 years is a very short journey, still long time to go. First 5 years when you are coming out of some failure and you want to rebuild or bounce back, you usually don't stick to a plan. You see whatever is coming, just take it.
That's how usually everyone who's starting up would do.
Because instant gratification is what is going to run the show in the
True.
family, and there is going to be peace at home.
True.
Now I have realized it's very important to have a plan in place every financial year.
True.
So if I have reached this stage, so what next plan should be there? On paper, on my mind, because first the thing happens in my mind and then the actual things happens.
True.
So that is one area which I have started working on. So till this financial year, I have not yet started executing my business. But I am still not clear on few parameters on my plan.
Is it?
Yeah. So the business is started, people are working because there is now team there. So there is some system in place. But I want to make a concrete plan by this next 2-3 days, so that then the ball is rolling.
Okay.
So I am very clear on what I have to do every month on month.
Okay.
So that is what I learned in this workshop, and just completed Drona 6.0 workshop. And he was very clear that if you want to run a profitable business, you need to learn to say no to a lot of things.
But then you just said something else. So when you are dealing with your family, you don't like when someone says no. That's a different no,
Yeah,
right?
so that's a big battle which I'm going to, because I love to be at every place. I love to do cricket, I love to do NGO, I love to do this, I love to do, but if my and that happens when your plan is not in place. But once so he helped me understood, Nirav, that it happens with every human being, because we like everything. It's been a while when I'm talking 1 hour like this, It cannot happen. 15 minutes I want to do something else. 30 minutes I want to do next thing. But when your plan is in place, you know what you have to do and what you have to not do.
True.
So that's second thing which I'm going to implement, which we have taken as a commitment to myself that I'm going to do.
So the art of saying no.
Absolutely. And I said no 3 places for this month at 3 different occasions where I had to go for some social, some sports activity. I said no.
So you have to prioritize your time.
Absolutely.
Because I think time is the most valuable asset.
Absolutely.
People take it lightly, and as it's rightly said that we don't value things which we get for free. It's like the water, the sunlight, the air. What we
And so
breathe
initially
in.
why you don't so know, because in the field of sales, in life insurance, it's all about relationship building and prospecting. So you do a lot of things to build your funnel.
Like a small gesture of giving someone a sweet or giving a chocolate to someone.
That is not a part of the
That
sales.
is part of the relationship building.
Relationship building, yes. But the thought is never that. So touchwood, you are very right. But that thought also comes. But that thought is never there with me in terms of giving. That is thanks to my family upbringing. That give selflessly. So even I do events or do anything for that matter, the thought is never prospecting. But yeah, meeting people, relationship being always there. I want to connect with people. I've never ever, after the events have gone over or gone to places, I have not followed through to people for business. People have come to me because there. So yeah, one of the good strengths which I have, thanks to my family culture and the upbringing. My father was a revolutionary, and we had a lot of people coming to our house every day. And my father, mother were also like this. My in-laws are also like this. So very, very socially connected people, where you take care of people, empathize, help people, never have your egos to destroy the families or any wars at families. War is a very aggressive word, but there have been situations in certain families. Sisters going away, but my father, mother have always been the one who have got everyone together. Every time. My grandfather was like that. My grandmother, my nani. So even my in-laws side, the culture was always to
bring everyone
together, have fun, enjoy, have dinner, have lunch, khao piyo, maja karo. Amazing culture which I have brought in. So that, in my family, it is a saying: if you go to Nirav, his words will be maja majo.
He's always be happy.
Be happy, right? And khao piyo maja karo. That's my words in the family across. Khao piyo jalsa karo. Even my friends, everywhere you go, I call people for dinner. I like people to come for dinner. I like to go to places for dinner, lunch, socializing. So, but yeah, in sales, people do have that feeling that you do this for So I've seen people doing this for a very, selfish cause. The relationship is very short term.
True.
He or she might give one business or one deal with you, but then the intentions are very. People catch it immediately.
True.
So yeah.
So let's catch up on something related to your current business, which is life insurance. What do you see the future of this particular business moving forward?
Very interesting point. So I asked the same question to my CEO.
Okay.
Just 3 days back. Yeah. So we had a training, this Rona 6.0, and so he said, very, very good that you put this point in front of top 25 leaders of Ahmedabad. And he said, see, listen, as a industry, the company where I am working has grown by 24 to 28% in the last 5 years CAGR. The industry has grown by 10 to 12%. So we are one of the fastest growing companies.
You're doing something right.
We are
the company is doing
absolutely
something
that was
right.
the point he was driving. He was not saying that I am right. As a team, we are doing something right. Right? First point. Second point, there is a vision by the government of India. 2047 Viksit Bharat. So if I am a part of an Indian company, I need to align my vision with the government of India vision. And their fifth pillar, there are 5 pillars in Viksit Bharat. I'll share you that photo with you. Fifth pillar is the social security.
Okay.
Which takes care of life and health. Right? So insurance for all is the vision which is a vision of Viksit Bharat.
Okay.
So he says, I have aligned myself to that vision. I don't want to be number one in the industry, number three industry. I don't want to go, because then there will be a sales war. Right? So when I joined this group Tata, before that I had 2-3 options also to grow to other companies. Don't want to nullify any company. Every company is doing their vision part. They have their own targets and they are doing their part. But I wanted to associate with a company where trust is the
Most important part.
fundamental of my family. Trust has to be there, and then God's grace, that's a manifestation which happened. Because ethics, trust is first thing in my family. Money, if you don't have, it's okay. It can be built again, but that should never, credibility should never go down. So that's how I got associated with this Tata group, and
Okay.
he said, Nirav, look, if that's the vision, if my GDP is going to be $3 trillion, we are going to top 3 GDPs. Insurance as an industry is 7% of the GDP.
Okay. Wow. Is it?
He said, now you do your maths.
And it's a global average.
Absolutely.
Wow.
I also asked him a second question. Are there plans for we getting listed? Money is not a concern for a group like us. We want to list to leave the legacy. So there are companies who list the company and for a very...
To build a legacy.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
It's not as profit that I want to list the company. It's not that I want money, so I want to list the company.
Okay.
And ask this straight questions to him. And life insurance as an industry, now there is another player which is also coming, which is very huge in the name, the Geo. And so I asked him, what about the competition? He said, no, competition will always be there. It's good for us.
It's a good thing to have.
Never worry about it. It's a healthy... Yeah, I understand there are 17 players in life insurance, but it will consolidate, or people will... So India is a market, 140 crore people growing, 2047, the penetration is just 3%. Life insurance penetration in India is just 3%.
It should be ideally at least to the GDP.
Absolutely. So developed countries, it's huge.
It's huge.
So I have a leader who has just gone to AI China. He showed me the numbers and I was like, oh my God, there is so much scope to do. And life insurance as an industry, I asked him, so there are a lot of underwriting which happens in life insurance. It cannot go digital.
Okay.
Still 85% business goes through the advisor model.
Okay.
Because once the person is not there, you need someone
To validate it.
absolutely validate it, get the claim processed. So as an industry, he said there will be online stuff. There will be certain plans where there is underwriting is mean or lean. Those plans will go on the online portal, but the substantial business still for next 20-25 years remains offline with people, because it's a people's business.
Right.
General insurance as a category has moved.
Is
Completely moved, because it's purely margin game, right? So distributors are gone, so you can pass on that to the entire consumer. But this business, he said, will remain. There is one important thing which I asked him and no one asked, and he was like, Nirav, thank you for bringing this up. So there's a lot of rebating which happens in this industry, life insurance industry. A lot of discounting happens. 10th pass is the advisor which can become. So if I and you both are the advisors and you want to snatch the business, the product is same, the company is same. What is one tool through which you can...
Getting the cash back.
Absolutely. And the Indian consumer mindset and psyche, you know. Right? So he said, Nirav, that's where the culture comes in of your organization. You are the CEO of AJ Associates. You want to build a profitable business. Now share your vision, what you will do with that profit. Tata runs more than 100 business at 15% CAGR profits. But their constitution says that 66% of the net profit is given back to society. What do you do with that money is right. People will give money.
True.
That is one thing. Second, do you carry that pride in saying, as long as I am living, I'll give you service? Or you're just for short term saying that, okay, I run my money, I get my money, and I'm going to wind up this business after 10 years. I am telling and selling a product which says 100 years term plan. I'm committing as a company that I'm going to stay
True.
and process that claim.
No one knows what's going to happen after 100 years. No one is going to be there to live it.
I'm committing myself as a group.
Hmm.
That's a huge commitment.
True.
See the geopolitical scenario. Which company will survive after 50, 100 years?
True.
I'm saying it. I'm writing it down.
So I have another question, Nirav. What is your advice for people who have completed 3 years in their business? What should they focus upon more at that phase of their business?
So I'll sum it up in 3 things, Rushik. I think the first thing, next goal, always. Very important to keep you going and growing. Very, very important, not being complacent. So the next goal will always keep the fire going.
Okay.
Second, invest in yourself. It's very important in such a dynamic environment to adapt, learn new things. I was never familiar with ChatGPT. You helped me sometime, told me that's made life very easy. I started using week ago. So adapt technology, adapt to situations, adapt to markets, and innovate. Very important to grow. Because if I feel that I am the only one, there are 10,000 more who are working faster than me. And third, invest in right people.
Investing in right people. Okay.
Identifying and investing in right people. It helps. Because then the compounding happens, then a lot of good values. 3 years in the business, you are there where you can know which are the good peoples in your team, so that you can nurture them, because they also want growth. So feed them with good training sessions, feed them with good income rise, feed them with good trainings, feed them with good family time, give them, add value, in short, into their lives. So they'll stay with you together, and give them some extra other than what others are giving. So I have started recently in my own team, Elite Club, which is exclusively my offering to the distributors.
Okay.
Where top advisors have to select their 4-star, 5-star hotel which they want to visit in this city, and I take them with their families.
Wonderful.
So because that's what is extra, which is not there in the market, right?
So doing something out of the box,
Absolutely.
which they feel special about.
Exactly.
It's not a requirement though, but if you do that, they feel delighted.
Absolutely. And you should have budget to that, because first 3 years in the business I did not have the budget.
Exactly.
And then everything comes at cost.
True.
So these are 3 things I think which will help any, and above all, the law of karma and all our Purans, Veds follow. Do business with right purpose.
Okay. So before we leave, I wanted to ask you top 3 lessons or top 3 things that you would advise to business owners who are aspiring in their business growth.
First and foremost, very important to have a positive mindset.
Okay.
Because it's the mind which is going to control your entire life. So have a positive mindset. Second, have big dreams.
Okay.
And believe.
In your
Ask
dreams.
and receive. The secret
Believe,
says,
ask and receive.
The secret says.
Okay.
So believe first yourself that yes, I can achieve these big dreams and big goals. And very important, stay humble. It can happen. It has happened with me also, becoming arrogant. Stay humble. You never know which person is going to change your life. So stay humble, even if the other person is not. If you are not liking it, stay away, but stay humble with everyone.
Wonderful.
So these are 3 things which are, and this journey is ongoing. So
absolutely. So thank you so much once again, Nirav, for appearing at our show. I really appreciate your time and the valuable insights that you have shared with our visitors. So just for people on the other side, so Nirav is a very humble guy, very connected to the ground, and he is doing fantastically well in his business. I think less than 5% people would have reached to a place where he has reached in his business. Again, a non-capital intensive business. So all those people who want to get into business and where capital is a problem, this is one of the ways, and you may contact him and he would definitely help you to be better than him. So thank you so much, and hope this would have add value to your business growth. See you in the next video.